Hey guys, my name is Dice Rollin'. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the most chilling things that children have ever said. Kids can be quite sweet and adorable a majority of the time, but every so often they utter words that could make your blood run cold, or cause you to sleep with one eye open. So without further ado, these are 10 of the creepiest things said by children. My 5-year-old. Mom, I need you to throw away 2 of my Barbies. Me. Why? Her. Because they looked back at me. Child had woken up early, so she was watching cartoons next to me in bed while I tried to wake up. I had heard a funny sound downstairs earlier that I mentally blamed on the dogs. Then kiddo leans over to me and remarks, "Oh, there's a man in the house." Awake, awake, awake. Never found anything. Never got any further details from her. Back in the day, my younger brother used to tell us about his other grandparents and the blue house they used to live in. After always telling him he was making it up, he told our mother he could bring her there, so we went for a drive. And this 5-year-old little psycho gave her turn-by-turn directions for close to 45 minutes. We ended up 4 to 5 towns away at a dead-end street, with an abandoned blue house. When my son was about 4 or 5, we were in the toilet before his bedtime, and he was brushing his teeth and he dropped his toothbrush. I picked it up for him, and when my eyes met him, he just stared at me and said, "Dad, why does that man have a knife?" and pointed behind me. Quickest 180 I've ever fucking done. I wake up to find my 3-year-old standing by the bed staring at me inches from me, with a huge grin on his face. He stares and grins. "What are you doing?" I finally say. "Nothing," still grinning. At this point I realize he's got his hands behind his back. "Are you holding something?" "No." I look anyway. He's holding our largest carving knife behind his back. While changing my daughter in front of the open closet door, she kept looking around me and laughing. I asked her what was so funny. She said, "The man," to which I replied, "What man?" She then pointed at the closet and said, "The man with the snake neck." I turned around and nothing was there. I'm afraid to look into the history of my house to see if anyone hung themselves in the closet. At least she wasn't scared. My mother was babysitting my daughter while I was at a doctor's appointment, and said, "Oh no, Grandma, Mama's not coming anymore today. She was in a bad accident. She can't come get us." I had indeed been in an accident that almost killed me at that exact time. None of my family had yet been notified. My brother grew up being terrified of water. I'm 4 years older than him, and during the nightly battle for bath time when he was about 3 or 4, I asked him why he was so scared of water. Being a water baby, as my mum put it, I didn't understand. He looked at me and I remember this word for word. I was in a big unsinkable ship. We hit the biggest iceberg and then it was really busy, and then I got really cold and wet. I went to a warm, bright place and waited until my next family came. My mum heard it all and decided bath time was over. Creepy thing is, my brother was born April 15th, 1992. The Titanic sunk April 15th, 1912. I was heading to the bathroom on the 2nd floor of my aunt's house when I saw my cousin, April, on the stairs. April was 4 and very animated. She was busy making faces while sitting on the stairs. I asked her what she was doing. She said, "I'm copying the lady with the braid." I looked around. There was no one else but us. I asked April, "Where is the lady, April?" She pointed to a beam running parallel to the stairwell. I asked April, "What is the lady doing?" She said, "Making funny faces." I smiled and started walking up the stairs again, when April said something that stopped me in my tracks. "Her braid is around her neck." I turned back and asked April to repeat herself. April pointed. "The lady is hanging by her braid. She's making funny faces." Then April started making a face which I then realized was of someone gasping for air. Living just in front of a crematorium, my 2-year-old ran into my room and said, "Mommy, come meet my new friend Eric in my closet. He said he thinks he's dead." Turned out a 6-year-old boy had passed away a few days before that. She's been obsessed with death and ghosts ever since. Driving down the road a few months ago, there were some road workers on the other side near some woods. She says, "Mommy, those men are looking for the dead body in the woods. The bad man killed him." Oddly, I believed her. Sure enough, someone had been found in those exact woods a few years prior to that. She's always telling me about dead people and how they died. If a grown person had said any of these things I've just told you, it would be quite frightening. But given that these were things heard from the mouths of such innocent minds, adds a special layer of creepiness to it. And that has been my top 10 creepiest things said by children. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like to let me know. And don't forget to leave a comment down below telling me which of these was the creepiest to you, or about some scary things you've heard kids say. Also, don't forget to share this video to help the channel grow, and subscribe for more videos like this. See you later.